Hey, 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 hey. Woo, I'm hot, baby. Hey. Baby, we on low volume today. My speaker, if anybody want to go for a donation and donate for a new speaker, I have an old school Bose speaker. And then I went and bought like a Bluetooth piece from Amazon. And she just ain't been acting right. She ain't been acting right. She ain't been doing me right. So I'm not fooling with it. But we still got a hot show for you tonight. Hey, 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 hey. I have a very, very, very special guest, okay? All the way from Chicago, because that's where we're from. That's where we at, okay? She was a star on Power 92 True Star Radio. She has a hit show and hit podcast, Woo Child Chronicles, Miss Cubana Kiss, okay? It's lit. It's lit. Oh, and I am hot. I'm really sweating, y'all. I'm real life hot. Hey. Hey. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me get the hookah ready, honey. Because my nerves has been worked this week, baby. But we don't talk about it, y'all. We don't talk about it. It's a lot going on. In entertainment, it's a lot going on out here in these streets. It's a lot. But we got it tonight. We got it tonight. What's up, y'all? Hey, Miss Carter. Hey, Foxy Brown, too. I see our special guest host has come in. You already know what it is. Throwback Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, Turn Up Thursday, The Library, Podcast Thursday with me, the one, the only, Potty Mouth Princess, a.k.a. Ike with the mic. Like I said earlier, we have a very, very special guest coming to us live from Woo Child Chronicles, Miss Cubana Kiss. I'm going to get her in right now. And let me just tell y'all something. Now, y'all know Instagram do what it want to do sometimes, but Facebook always gets us right. Yes! Yes!
Girl, they didn't let the GDs in the door.
Yes! So,
yes, there we go.
There is a lot going on. First and foremost, before we start, I want to take the time to say thank you for coming on. Thank you for carving out some time in your busy schedule to come on this here podcast and chit chat.
There we go. I'm like, let me give y'all some views or something because I don't understand. Thank you for having me. I am like, first of all, you know, I'm all sentimental. You know, I always been sentimental. But it's like full circle for me because
don't cry.
Kids. I can't run this makeup. I ain't steady. I can't run this makeup. I ain't steady. Yes, this is full circle for me because we were kids when we were on True Star Radio at Power 92. Yes. And now look at us with podcasts and stuff.
And being grown.
You know.
And being grown.
I'm grown.
You know, well, we're paying some bills. Some bills that we did not plan on. Like, what the hell?
That is fact. That is fact. What it means these bills are ghetto.
My parents was grown. Because adulting can't be the same.
These ain't the same bills they was paying. It's just not. It's not the same bills.
It's not. So I want you to introduce yourself to everybody. Tell them who you are. Tell them what you do. And just go down a little line.
You know, we give y'all my resume real quick. No. So I am Cubana Kiss of the Woo Child Chronicles podcast that can be found on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. I also am a content creator and an influencer. My brand is about supporting all things Black, women-owned, Black-owned, women-owned, and small businesses because our other people of color need our little support too. They need our little coins too. So that's actually really what my brand is about. That's how it started, and that's how it started last year. And it has blossomed into something that I never thought that it would be. And so now here I is.
Here I is.
Here I is. So that's how I ended up here. And that's how I met you. I met you interning for radio. Been doing radio for over 10 years now. Been loving it for over 10 years. And at the time, wasn't paying the bills that we was just talking about, that our parents was not paying. They weren't paying these bills. Radio wasn't doing that for me. And I had a kid, so I had to go ahead and go to corporate America and do radio on the side, but love it nonetheless.
Yep. Yeah, because it's not getting the bills paid, honey.
It's not yet, no way.
Not yet.
I'm a manifest because it will. Just not right now.
But it's coming now.
It's coming.
And that's all that matters, is coming.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. So I want to get into a few questions about you, and then we'll get into some mess. So what was your start?
So it's so funny when I tell people this. In high school, I'm finna age the hell out of myself. In high school, Power 92 was a new radio station. It had just launched. It was brand spanking new. It was like, oh my God, GCI got competition. Or what is happening here?
What year was that? Yeah.
Girl, I was driving, so at least 2004, 2003 or 2004. They were brand spanking new. Like, you know how when radio stations first started out, they play all of the music all of the time. It's like no commercials. Tune in to us. Like that's and I would pass the station. I went to high school, so Power 92's radio station is in Hammond, Indiana, and I went to high school in Hammond, Indiana. I would pass the radio station going to school.
Okay.
Be late trying to go to them, meet them at the McDonald's. They're gonna be at the McDonald's on home, and I'm going to McDonald's on home. And like, I used to be trying to meet, like go there. It was crazy. And I remember talking to my mom about it, and I was like, I think I want to do radio. And she was like, what? And she was like, you should go to school for nursing. You should go to school for something medical. You'll always have a job, blah, blah, blah. I wasn't trying to hear none of that. I was like, I'm going to school for radio. That's what I'm going to school for. Girl, applied for Columbia College, Mississippi Valley State University, and got into both and decided to go to Columbia, but radio broadcasting was not my major first semester. I had changed my mind like most 18-year-olds do. Yep. I was going to be a vocal coach. That's what I was going to do. I was going to teach choir in high schools. Like that was my thing. And I was going to be a vocal coach. And so that's what I went to school for. But because I changed my major so last minute, I didn't do any research on that program. Hated it. Okay. I was ready to go. I was ready to blow the school up. Why am I here? I was failing classes. They want you to sightsee. This is stupid. Beyonce don't sightsee. Like I was going crazy. Like, this is ridiculous. Changed my major second semester, and it was the best thing I could have ever done. Just for me as a person in general, even though that's not my full-time career. Yeah. Communication. That's what I'm good at. I can talk. So that's, I end up being great at it. Later on down the line, I ran into somebody, which a lot of people in the industry know, Randy. He put me on to True Star Radio, 92. Intern with Beyonce Fox, which was like a dream come true to work with somebody who you hear on the radio all the time.
Yeah.
And then I had my son. And I was like, oh shit, I can't pay my bills. I can't pay my bills if I do this. So though I went ahead and I finished with my degree because it was just way too late to be changing majors. I was almost done. I went ahead and finished my degree in radio broadcasting communications and then landed a job doing something completely different. But I just still felt like that itch was never scratched, right? I really wanted to do media and broadcasting. This is what I ended up being good at. And then later on, I got with Three's Company Radio. That lasted for a little while. Then I started a podcast with my homegirl Sweet, and that was Two Girls One Mic. Then COVID hit.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you got degrees in this shit. Go ahead and handle that. So then last year, in the middle of the pandemic, I started it as a business and I ran it as such. And now I'm here. And it's dope.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes.
So you talked a little bit about having a passion for one thing, but also being grown. Now you got to work in something else. So I know you kind of have felt that void by doing Wu Chow Chronicles, but what's some advice that you would give other young adults that are coming up and they're like, I love this. This is what I want to do. I want to tap dance, but tap dancing ain't gonna pay the bills.
Listen, I say millennials are the kings and queens of the gig culture. Do what you love. If that's what you want to do, if you want to climb buildings for a living and jump off of them, do that. Just make sure you do it in a way that you're not jumping from couch to couch to couch, that you can still have a sustainable living amongst what you want to do. So for me, it was getting that corporate job that feeds into my passion for radio. So my corporate job, I have to get there first. Then I live to trickle that money down into Wu Chow Chronicles and run it how I want to run it. And now, it's a little coin coming in. Like I said, I don't have to pay them bills just yet. But if I keep going and I keep pushing and I keep dreaming the way I want to dream and manifesting what I want, I'm going to get that. So I'm cool with that. And so that's my advice. Manifest what you want. Do what you want to do. Don't listen to the naysayers because they're going to tell you that it's stupid. Go get a job, blah, blah, blah. Do what you feel is necessary for you because they ain't the ones that's going to be homeless with you anyway. So it don't matter. You want to do, do what you want to do.
Yeah. Okay. So the last question that I have is, what's your driving force? Like, I know you work a 9 to 5, but then you got to come in, you got to content create, because that's a whole job in itself. Then you have to get topics together. You have it takes a lot to put this thing together, especially reaching out to sponsors to get sponsorships or different businesses. So what is your driving force?
Yes. And so I hate to sound cliche, but it's just true. My son sees me work every single day. He does not, I don't want him to only see me work a job. Oh, I got to get up. Oh, I got to go work for this person. I want him to see you can still fulfill all of those dreams, all of those passions that you have. And I have a very impressionable little boy who has big dreams. He says things like, I'm gonna be an architectural engineer, I'm gonna start my own firm, and you is, and I'm gonna make sure that you do it, and I'm gonna show you that you can do that without necessarily going the normal route that everybody else goes. And so when I see him looking at me, I go crazy. I be like, nah, let me go do this, let me go do that, let me get this done, because I know he's watching me, and I want him to see that anything is possible as long as you work hard and put your mind to it.
That's awesome. So, tell the people where they can find Wu Chow Chronicles and on what days.
Yes. So Wu Chow Chronicles recently just relaunched last Friday. So you can find that episode, like I said, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Podster, wherever you get podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to them, that's where you can find me. But I'm also on YouTube under the Wu Chow Chronicles podcast and Cubana Kiss. So if you search either one of those, you'll be able to find me. And of course, on social media, I am literally Cubana Kiss on everything. So that's how you can find me.
Yes, indeed. Now we're gonna get into some mess.
Because I like mess sometimes when it ain't mine.
Okay, that's what I'm about to say. I love some mess when it ain't mine. This is the best mess.
I'll be like, ooh, that's fucked up, but it ain't my mess, so I'm cool.
It's juicy.
Josie. Give it to me, girl. My tea with my cup. Let my cup run over. Let me get it.
So I want to first start off with something light, something cute that just happened. Met Gala looks. I I was at home judging the Met Gala, like, bitch, like I'm got millions and millions of bucks,
Because
and
we
I am
judge.
a part of the committee that puts it on. They probably was looking at my comments like, yeah. So, what do you think about some of the looks that we've seen? Who is your best and who is your worst?
Okay, so my best was them damn Chloe and Holly, them Bailey sisters. Oh my god. Oh my god, they killed it.
Yeah.
They killed it. I was like, oh, they growing up, grown up. So they were my best. I hate to say this because I am a stan of Rihanna. But who was that? Who was the Crunchberry she was with? What's his name? ASAP Rocky. He looked like a bowl of Crunchberries, child, and I just I couldn't get with it. Now I do understand the theme was freedom, and so they had a very wide range of what they could do. That was the theme for Met Gala this year. So I don't think a lot of people understood that there's a theme each year for Met. So when we see these huge, elaborate costumes, is what I call them, it's because it's supposed to go with the theme. Nobody was in theme this year except for one person. I can't remember his name, but he was dressed like a slave out the cotton fields, and that was very, very.
Well, I think Sierra was in theme.
She was dressed in a football jersey.
Yeah, but it's America. Freedom.
She didn't wear Kaepernick. She wore her husband. He ain't protest shit.
Well, I think she was.
Yeah. She had on his Super Bowl ring and his number. I don't know.
Yeah, she's trying to show like this is America. Football is America.
That banned a black man for protesting, and now he's blacklisted and can't get put on the team. I don't understand. Like that don't scream freedom to me. I just don't. It don't scream freedom for me personally. That's not freedom. Freedom would have been able to have the right to protest and not lose my job.
Yeah. I think for me, one of my best looks, I'm going to have to probably give to, it's going to be a tie. It's going to be a tie between, and granted, her dress didn't go with the theme, but it gave me Met Gala vibes. Okay. Gabrielle Union, because it's the details. For me, I think like it's a gala, and this is known to be over the top. So the details of the outfit she had on. And then what's the other girl who she's a gymnast and she just sat out? I forgot her name, but she was a part of the committee this year.
I know what you're talking about. Her face is in my head.
Yeah, her face is right here.
Simone Biles.
Simone Biles. I loved her look. She had on like a onesie of the American stars, but then she had on this diamond or whatever it was type of dress over it, and it was able to come on and up. So I like the dramatics.
Right, right.
Give me the dramatics. I need you to get to the stage and then like pop a parachute up and like I need the where are the theatrics?
I liked Gabrielle Union's outfit. I did not like the alfalfa hair. I didn't understand what that was about. That just didn't give what it was supposed to give, honey. It just didn't do it. It didn't do it for me.
Slick, or just even put a little 27-piece on, girl. We got a little 27-piece.
It was this thing in the front.
Yeah.
And
it kind of swiggled. It kind of swiggled.
Yeah, that's how it looked real alfalfa-ish for me. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it looked like a turd.
A turd, yeah.
I think my worst, I'm probably going to have to match with you, along with Kim and her husband. Kim and her husband,
they came dressed like the motherfucking what's them things from Game of Thrones? They came dressed like winter is coming. I don't know what was happening here, but it just was not get.
Yeah,
you know what they was dressed like? Because you a Harry Potter fan. They was dressed like them things from Harry Potter that was trying to get them in the fourth one.
They said that Simone Biles' dress was 88 pounds.
Oh my God. But she's strong as hell because she be lifting herself. She got muscles.
But she probably only 88 pounds. A little bit herself.
She probably is only 88 pounds. But I mean, if she can lift herself, she can lift that cow. That's all I'm saying.
Child.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
That sounds like labor. I don't want to do no hard labor, not to be dressed up. No, ma'am. I do what that means. Say I do not dream of labor.
Period.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. So my other worst dress again is I'm gonna have to go with you with Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. It was giving me Sleep Number 8 vibes. It was giving me comforter sets, Bed Bath and Beyond. It was giving me that.
Yeah, it definitely gave me
I know two quilts when I see them. I know two comforters. I got good sheets.
Okay.
I know two sheet sets when I see them.
Because I got some Portia sheets. And them
okay,
look like
Portia. And I sleep good. Okay.
ASAP Rocky gave me crunch berries.
Yeah.
It was like big ass crunch berry. He gave me Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. That's what ASAP Rocky gave.
Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
That's what he gave me.
But I think I could take it from him a little bit better. One, because he unlearned and he a nigga. Two, because he did drop it and style with the tux. He gave a little, and then I was waiting on Rihanna to do something, and I never got it. I was disappointed. Disappointed. So, let me get to the next topic since we are on celebrities. That same weekend, and that same night, there was an after party that happened. And are you familiar with Jada Chavez?
Yes, honey.
Jada Chavez got mad when she was out and someone said, "Hey, aren't you Sweetie?" Now, okay. She was mad too. Like, sis gave the girl the nastiest look. And for me, I don't know about you, I just feel like only Black folks know Jake, like, because she's not a celeb. Like, not taking nothing away from her, but like,
she a baby mama, right?
Yeah.
So, ma'am, why were you even there? Listen. I've been mistaken for folks, but as long as it's not no ugly person, I don't really care. If somebody was to mistake me for Sweetie, I would be like, "Oh no, baby, that's not me." Compliment nonetheless, but it's just not me. That's not who I am. So
couldn't be me. I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, girl, you want to take a picture?"
Okay. Because somebody thought I was Keke Palmer the other day, and I was like, "What you want?" Because I'm gonna give it to you. You want an autograph? I'm gonna sign that shit. Cubana kids. Hell, you talking about like? What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm gonna give you what you want. When I was younger and I had blonde hair, I got. Anybody ever tell you look like Eve? All the time, every day.
Because I'm her. I'm gonna do this thing like I ain't done before.
Okay, fo. Period. Love is blind.
Okay. Yo, know you when I hate you. Yo, I know it's my girlfriend.
You seduce you.
I'm giving the people a look. You want to pose? Okay.
Okay. You want a picture? Don't ever.
Babe.
Don't mistake me for nobody, honey. Especially not nobody famous. I'm gonna cut up. I'm probably gonna go viral that child. You might as well go ahead. She said she was gonna do that and did. And did. Girl, yes. Well, I don't know if I would be that upset. I mean, I would be upset if I didn't really have any reason. Like, I don't have any stake in the game. If I'm Joey, I don't have any. If I'm Jada, I don't have any stake in the game. I'm just whomever's baby mama.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a dancer. I'm not an actress. I'm not a singer. So at that point, it's like, oh no, baby, I'm so and so. I don't know if I would be like, how
she
dare
was.
you?
Yeah,
Like,
I was like,
no,
oh, bitch, you're not Drake.
you're not. Try again though.
We knew who Kanye and Kim was, and they had their whole face and stuff covered
Whole
up.
damn
Get
face
to their
covered.
level.
Whole damn face covered. Was sitting there confused. I was like, why is she dressed like an unlocked Avatar character? Like, what is happening here?
Good confused.
I was like, Lord. Her sister looked amazing though, but she always
did.
does.
She does. And she's the most natural, beautiful person out of them. Like, she just naturally.
Yeah. And that's because, you know, that she's very tall. She has a very European look. And that European look allowed her to kind of grow within the fashion industry. She don't have to do anything. She was fine just the way she was.
Yep.
Now them other ones, Kylie, I don't understand how y'all buying lipstick from somebody who ain't had no lips. She just got lips. Now everybody buying lips.
Ugly.
A baby.
She got a new face, a whole new face, whole new body, everything new.
But let them Kardashians tell the baby I only got my nose done. I only got lip fillers. Like, girl, go lie to somebody else's mama because you're not finna lie to mine because I just ain't even got time. It just don't even, honey.
That makes sense.
Who got time for that? Good day.
Not good day.
Good day.
Speaking of, which is off topic, but since you brought up Kylie, so Kylie, she's pregnant with baby number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And so a lot of people have had mixed feelings about her and her pregnancies because, yes, she's a $1 billion woman, but also Kyler's 20, she's 22 or 23. And so in having children, a lot of people have just been saying, like, there's other things to do at that age. And it's not like you are really with Travis. Y'all are here today. I don't know. But also, too, I think another portion of that is because, like, the Kardashians are known for seeking Black men, like hunting Black men. And so I think that's just another thing, too. So how do you feel about that?
I don't have anything to say necessarily about her age. I was a young mom. I was 20 years old when I had my son. However, what I've realized as a woman in general, we can't shit right. If we have our kids in our 20s, why you having kids so young? If you have your kids in your 40s, why you wait so late to have your kids? Like, if you ain't helping raise them goddamn kids, shut up. Like, it don't even matter. That's them and their business. That's them and their kids. Now, what I will say about these Kardashians and these Black men, I actually am one of those people that disagree in the fact that I feel like they're hunting Black men. I think they are lusted over from Black men, and that is who is attaching themselves to them. Blake Griffin was half Black and he still wanted a fucking Kardashian, and Scott ain't nowhere near Black and he still wanted a Kardashian.
Yeah.
So it's like we fail to remember those things. Also, at the end of the day, we hate to say it, but they are people of color. They are not technically white. So I don't, as a mixed race person, I don't really have no stake in that game neither. But let them damn people have them kids. If she want to be 22 and get her kids out the way, maybe she don't want to be 35 chasing no fucking kindergartner. Okay, because the shit I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's ghetto. My son is 11 and he make his own noodles. I'm 32. Shit. Well, what? I'll be right back. I don't have to load up the car seat and do all of that. It's like I chose that for me. Now I got friends who are going to be 40 chasing a kindergartner. That's prerogative. This wasn't mine. So I don't care. I'm actually happy for her though, because I know she was never going to move on. She loves Travis, and that's very clear. And Kylie is also the private one. If you really notice, she's very, very private. So her having this baby by Travis is just like, at least her kids by the same person. These people out here talking. How many baby daddies y'all got? So don't be the pot, honey. Don't be the pot.
Well, I got 0.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
So since we are
my leg like my granny told me to. I know what you said, honey. I know what you said.
You know, baby, I got an old saintly grandmama, okay?
Because it is what it is. Girl.
So since we are in this realm of talking about our different opinions on things, so as we know, Lil Nas X has an album coming out, and the young man has been making, I honestly think Lil Nas X gets the most backlash. And I don't know if it's because he's black, I don't know if it's because he's male, or I don't know if it's because he's gay. Because I really can't think that it's a combination of all three, because we see things happen with our gay folks, and it's neither here nor there on conversation. But I really feel like a big portion of that is the black male aspect of him just being who he is. 2, he's from that younger generation right under us,
Gen
where
Z.
they're internet babies. They're internet babies. They literally were born with the internet. And so therefore, they have a different level of trolling, or a different level of like, oh, I could take this, roll it off my back, and come back with some more stuff. But it's so funny that in knowing this about him, people are still going so hard about him. Just recently, he had the baby bump, and he was like, Montero coming soon.
That might have been my favorite next to the breast. That was
the breast. I love Nicki Minaj when he dressed up as Nicki Minaj for Halloween.
Yes. Listen, okay, because I'm a part of the problem. I stand for the trolling of Lil Nas X, and this is why. All of the aforementioned. When you said, is it because he's black? Yes. I solely believe it's because he is a black man. I don't honestly think it has anything with him being gay. If JoJo Siwa can get on the red carpet at Nickelodeon and kiss her girlfriend on there, and we not have an issue with it. If Tiana Taylor and Normandy can get up on stage and damn near have sex, and us not have an issue with it, why do we have such a bigger issue with him just being extra? Because he being extra because y'all give him the views, y'all give him the clicks. That's how he make his money.
I had a big conversation with one of my guy friends recently, because he has such a think piece about Lil Nas X. And I understood a portion of it, just because as a black man, he's like, we always have to go above and beyond, or we always have to be better than the status quo. So if the good is here, or the average is here, and there's a step up, that's like, okay, that's better. We got to go over and be the best just because we are black men. And so him being gay and stuff is okay, but like, that's adding to the problem. I definitely think he went way too deep, because I was like, bro, who you talk to? I'm a black woman.
Yeah.
So, but when Christina Aguilera and goddamn Madonna was on stage kissing, nobody said nothing about that. And that was a show. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion just recently had a whole Pornhub scissoring session on the stage, and nobody said nothing about that.
Oh no, baby, that was backlash for that one.
Was it?
It was mad backlash. It wasn't appropriate. It wasn't appropriate for the award show. My kids this, my kids that, blah, 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 blah. I just feel like, and this is me, the mommy in me. Yeah. We as a society have left parenting up to celebrities instead of parenting our own children. So you're looking at celebrities to be the role models for your children instead of just teaching them what is okay and what is not okay as far as your household is concerned. When I was growing up, I couldn't watch Ren and Stimpy. I couldn't watch The Simpsons. I couldn't watch certain cartoons. I couldn't listen to certain music. My mama, you know, she went on like, they trying to make you gay. You know, she didn't say any of that. She just thought, oh no, y'all can't watch that. And as I got older, she's like, this is why I didn't allow you to watch it when you were this age. However, you're now old enough to understand these things, you know, X, Y, Z, and people are different. And there's a simple conversation that can be had that can just go ahead and you know, wipe all of that out. But, you know, you saying like, oh, it's a part of the agenda to make the black man gay.
Girl,
was it not gay black men? We got boomers that's gay. It just wasn't accepted in society at the time, but they was gay. Hell, the Kardashians' daddy said he always knew he was a woman. So I don't even understand happening. Like, what are y'all saying? What is happening here? So it's just like, parent your children. Let these entertainers be entertainers, because at the end of the day, Lil Nas X, yes, he's a part of Gen Z, but he grown. Cardi B grown. Megan Thee Stallion, hell, she grown. And to be honest with you, outside of her rap lyrics, she's in college and getting ready to do a lot of shit that the people in your life ain't did. So grown. Like, go ahead and let these people be who them is.
Yeah. I think for me, just understanding, like, why is it got to be agenda? If you are gay, bruh, just say that. Like, if you having thoughts about dick because they talking about dick, well then just say that. Like, and then let's talk that out and let's work out those feelings.
Because at the end of the day, I have conversations with my son, with my son's friends. Like, you know, he got friends that confide in him because they know he got a mama that don't really care. And he gonna come and talk to his mama and be like, Mom, so-and-so said this. My so-and-so said they feeling like this. I don't know what this is. Mom, can you explain to me what XYZ mean? Like, I have a really good friend of mine. She is gay, her wife. And when my son first met them, he was like, they gay? And I was like, yeah. I was like, yes. I was like, yes, they're gay.
Yes,
he was like, do other people know they gay? Do people ask them if they gay? Like, he had questions.
Yeah.
That I looked at them, and at first I wanted to apologize. But then I saw how they was like, you know, people don't ask us that because, you know, it's obvious and it's not really none of their business. They were willing to talk to this baby because they rather him have questions than then like to make this judgment. And it's just like, open the door conversation if that's what the problem really is. The real problem is the black community, a lot of the people in the black community is homophobic, and we don't want to talk about that. And that's just really what it is. Not everybody's homophobic. Now, just because you don't agree with a gay lifestyle does not make you homophobic. And I do want to say that. But, you know, it is what it is. Being gay in the black community is okay if you are the choir director or the fashion designer. But if you're trying to do construction, you can't be gay. Like, what? Make it make sense, child. I just don't know, honey.
Baby. Choir director or fashion period, okay? You making the choir robes? Well, he just got a little sugar in his tank.
He got a little sugar in
that shine. That shine.
But long as he up there like, they all right. Hell, we got a whole famous dude, the one that's somebody, wear your mask. It is important. He got famous off of getting up there. Somebody, he delivered from being gay. Baby ain't both straight in the crooked line. So I don't know.
Andrew Caldwell really gets under my skin. He really gets under my skin. He blocked me recently. Let me tell you something about this young man. I was on the shade room saying something on the shade room, and shit, I ain't got nothing to do. I was off. He responded to something I said on the shade room, so I responded back. Hell, I may go viral. I don't care. I'll go back and forth. You can't get mad at me because you getting up here talking about. I think what he said is he is practicing his stepdaddy voice. He's, you know, bruh, we all know you gay. You don't get delivered from being gay. If you're gay, you like men. But don't play in no woman face, because that's what works me.
Baby, the women know he gay.
Don't play in no woman face. Or, sometimes it may work.
Yes. I don't Ted Too Funny say the choir director is expected to be gay, but the captain of the basketball team can't be. Can't.
Period.
Because if he is, then he gets shunned. He get exiled, he blacklisted, can't play ball no more. Like, it's just a big mess. Like, it's a big mess.
So getting into some more gossip. I got a question, but I'm gonna say that question. We got about 15 more minutes, so I'm gonna get into this, and then we're gonna go into our questions. So Erica Mena, as we know, is now separating or divorce or filed divorce papers from Safari. But she's also been on social media constantly with the single again post, singing Trina, and is starting to give a little cry for help. Safari, on the other hand, is out with another young lady at dinner, giving her flowers. And so she's commented about it. And for me, just watching Erica throughout the years, just on Love and Hip Hop, I don't know her personally, but I really felt like Erica, and I don't know Safari and Erica's relationship. I've just seen clips of it from Love and Hip Hop of what they showed him just not being there while she's pregnant. And I am a person that believes in karma. Erica has historically been the problem in many other relationships.
Talk about it.
That actually loved her. She's been a bad story for Sin Santana. She's been a bad story for Rich Dollars. She's been a bad story for. So it's like, at some point, we have to realize the toxicity in ourselves if it's constant. And now I'm in a whole new relationship with a whole new type of person, a whole new. I don't went from women to men to back to women, and it's still a problem. It's at some point in time, it's got to be. I got to look in the mirror.
Baby. So let me say something. It's definitely screaming cry for help. It's definitely screaming, I might have jumped the gun on this. So this is my thing. So I don't know if Sweets is on. I can't see who's on here, but Sweets had made a post. I think that said something along the lines of this is the definition of somebody playing in your face or something like that. And she was talking about Safari. And I was like, everybody knows Sweet's my girl, but we never agree on anything. So I was like, I have to disagree. Safari has been who Safari has been since Safari has been Safari. We have seen the same Safari. So I'm not sure if Erica thought she was going to get with him and change him. But he's exactly who he was. He is exactly who he was when y'all were dating. He's exactly who he was when you got pregnant. He's exactly who he was when y'all got engaged. And then he still was that same person when y'all got married. And now you calling him immature. And no, you were blinded by that D. You were blinded by that love.
Baby, because I would have been too, child. Have you seen it? I would have been too. I'm not going to lie. I would have been like, but it's so good. I would have turned a blind eye.
Also, this man, see this, and this is another issue, and I get a lot of flack for this. But if my husband tells me I don't want any more kids for whatever the reason is, we got too big during a pregnancy, whatever the case, that is something I have to take into consideration. How you all of a sudden you pregnant, you don't know, and she probably didn't know because as a woman sometimes you just don't find out. But now you pregnant, you didn't know he's pregnant, and then you mad how he acted. He ain't want no more kids, sis. You made it seem like you was on birth control based off the episodes that we watched.
Yeah.
Based off the episodes that we watched, he was under the impression that you was on birth control. Now you pregnant. Nah, it ain't giving what you. It ain't, your lies ain't making sense.
The math ain't mapping.
It ain't making sense.
I think that too, for me, had they did the proper communication, if she wanted more children, I think for Safari, it was the whole like blind side of, you've been telling me you're on birth control. That's just like a bitch dating a rapper and telling him that I'm this and that, and then you pop up pregnant. Now y'all gonna have bad blood because he's not thinking that there could be an accident that happens because he's trusting your word that you're doing what you said you're doing.
Facts.
So
Facts.
I can't really blame Safari.
That wasn't who. So Safari was very thirsty to be married, if y'all remember.
Yep.
Before Erica, he was like, I want my person. When is it gonna be my, like, he was acting real woman at 35-ish to me.
Yep.
When I'm gonna get married. When is it my time? Like, he was acting real in that instance of it for me. And so I feel like Erica gave what he wanted in the beginning until he realized who Erica was. And at that point, well, she got my baby. He coming from a Jamaican household. You gotta marry that. You got her pregnant. You gotta marry her. And so that's just, yeah. Both of them sounded crazy as the hell.
Okay.
Both.
When I seen them dating, I was just like, why? What was the reason? Like,
what was the reason? It was giving me real. It was giving me real, like, I ain't got nothing. Ain't nobody else gonna want me, so let's just date each other.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants Erica in the sense of she got this bad girl, I'm crazy shit. Nobody wants Safari because
hold on. I'll take him, sis.
You'll take.
I'll take him.
I
mean, the math is mathing for me. I'll take him. Safari, I know how to turn a blind eye. I know. I don't see shit. Baby, Ray Charles to the bullshit, okay?
Listen, because this morning on the radio, they asked the question, does size matter? I think we got our answer, folks. I think we got our answer.
You know what? I think it's size and movement. But even, I think people will always be like, oh, well, it's about the motion of the boat. Well, you can't bring no little bitty ass rowboat. Like, you can,
like, man, what I'm supposed to do, sir? What I'm supposed to do with this kayak in the middle of the Pacific? It's just not gonna work. I make that joke currently. However, I am one of those women that's a motion of the ocean type of situation, because the niggas that's blessed in size, and I mean like blessed in size, they typically don't know what the fuck they're doing. Yeah. So yeah, you got all of this boat, but you ain't got no motion. And what I'm supposed to do with this? Yeah. And yeah, so I'm like, if I got to choose between motion and boat, I'm gonna go with motion. I'm gonna go with motion.
I don't want to say that out loud because I may say motion and God may try to come and bless me with somebody, and I just got to be there for the love.
I just wonder, because I was listening to the radio this morning, child, and I typically don't listen to the radio in the mornings because Chicago morning shows have not been giving anything to me. They just not giving what they should.
I want to say that,
but it's not what it is. But anyway, I was listening to it in this morning, and a lot of women were calling in like, I broke up with this dude because, and da-da-da. So it made me ponder, how many of these women did let go of some good men for some trivial reasons? It's toys for that. It's toys to get you where you need to get. It's relationship toys. It's couples toys. It's things that you can do to get there. I just don't know if I'm giving up on a man simply because of the size. Now, if you ain't got the size and you ain't got the motion, go on, get out my face, sir. Have my pants and gone. But
I think because I've been in the, and I don't tell too much of my business because the math is kind of bad, but I don't know. But sex is a big, I used to feel like, oh, well, whatever it is, if this is a good man, and I feel like if sex is not there, or if it's not, then you're going to look for a reason else why to be like, oh, fuck this nigga. Because
so let me go back a little bit. I'm not saying, hold on. I ain't saying that shit not important. that ain't what the fuck I'm saying. What I'm saying is if this a man literally is everything I've prayed for, and the only box that's unchecked is the size.
Well, I ain't gonna pray for no man. God ain't gonna. He know his child. You ain't gonna send me nothing, and don't bring no size over here.
I hear you. I hear you. But what I'm saying is, it's ways around that. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying, if that's sex is very important.
Got to be God.
Sex is very important.
God, he got to be God given, and I don't see it.
And I'll tell you this much. I'll tell you this much though, because what I don't want, I ain't a lesbian. So don't send me, don't do that neither just because you got like good mouth. I don't necessarily just want that neither.
Yeah.
So it's a balance. It's a balance. I'm not saying that it's not important, but I am saying that sometimes those things can be worked upon, because you might get somebody with size that don't know what the fuck they're doing. We gonna throw that away, or we gonna teach.
I don't have a problem with being a teacher because I like to learn. Mm-hmm. So I think that's the most exciting part for me, because anybody I'm gonna have to teach, because some nigga may come over here and do a little circle move and I'll be like, that was for that last bitch that had that loose lip. I ain't got that, sir. So I'm gonna need you to find it, hit it on the head, and do what I'm supposed to do.
Not the loose lip. Not he.
Cause like some like, they are over top their head. Oh, I got that grade A in it. Yeah, because you was dating this dude.
I'm gonna tell you. So for me, that's the turn off. Don't talk to me. First of all, if I'm dating you as a man, and I'm not talking about sex. I'm not talking about what I want from you. I'm not talking about what I'm going to do. Just because what person A was able to get me to do, person B may not get that same thing up out of me. So there's just no reason to even, no. That ain't it.
I'm quick to be like, I never did that before.
I ain't never. You want to do what? Go get it.
Okay.
You want to feel what? Where? Go get it.
We can try it. We can try it. But I'm not one of those girls. I'm not like that.
I'm not like that.
You know, I was raised by a real good family.
Good night. Good night. Thank you for coming to the. Oh my God,
baby. Yes, indeed. But we are at our time. Thank you for coming on to the Library Podcast. Please tell the people again where they can find you and Woo Child Chronicles.
Yes, it is your girl Cubana Kiss, and you can find me anywhere you listen to your podcast. I am a part of the Woo Child Chronicles podcast, along with I now have co-hosts. So they're a little crazy, but come listen. This last episode was called Woo Child Save Your Tears. It was an all-male co-host for the first time, excluding myself, where we talked about how men handle their emotions. It was a great episode, so make sure y'all tune in. You can find it on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pastor, wherever you find your podcast. That's where you can find me. And of course, you can find me on all social media at Cubana Kiss on everything. TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat. Yeah. I'm there. I'm funny. Just come fool with your girl.
Yes, indeed. Well, thank you so much for coming on to the Library Podcast. We must do this again when COVID ain't COVIDed.
When COVID ain't COVID. Period.
And her line sisters, Delta, Sigma, all of them.
Theta, Theta, Omega Psi. Everybody out there.
They strolling and doing so.
It's a lot.
Once that gets in order, we must do this again. But thank you for coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
All right. Have a good night. Take care, everybody. Tune into the Library Podcast every Thursday, 8:55 p.m. Central Time.